Hey, what's going on, guys? I have been spending a little bit more time with Path of Exile, and I've got my Scion up to level 72, and I'm about to ascend the ancient pyramid, or go to the pyramid apex for the first time on Merciless. So I thought I'd bring you guys along for the ride. Hopefully this isn't too brutal, but I do anticipate dying at least a few times to make this happen. So here we go. For those of you that did not see the previous video, there is a earlier leveling video, grinding video that shows a little bit about the build. And I'll also probably take just a few moments in this video, once we're done here, to show you what I've got the skill tree set up like. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Hide so quickly.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
One thing I'm going to probably have to do right now, actually, is go back to town because I need to refill those flasks. That move is like the most deadly move he has, I think, from what I've seen so far. Whoa! When he starts shooting that, I'm out. Back to town. And here we go. So far, so good. I can keep him busy with my dropping rocks on me, bro. Time to go fill those flasks back up. Gotta bring my golem back out too. He must have killed him when I didn't notice. I can't remember if this boss goes into like another mode or he might. Nope, that's it. Good deal. Didn't go so bad. Alright, well, let's talk a little bit about the build now. And again, this is completely homegrown. I haven't looked at anything. I've just basically said, hey, this would be cool to try this, to try that. So let's go into the skill tree a little bit. So obviously this is a lightning build. It is based on arc. It is also based on the skill, let me see what it's titled. Conductivity. Arc conductivity. I've got spectral throw in there. I rarely use it. Summon lightning golem and Herald of Thunder. Those are my three main. The three main things I use are arc, conductivity, and Herald of Thunder. Okay, so with those, I wanted to make sure it was number one, it is a viable build for Merciless. So far it has been. That could change as I get into the further acts, and I'll try to do additional videos on that as well. But mana regeneration is important. Cast speed is something that I put a lot of points into. Obviously spell damage and intelligence. I've also put a lot into life regeneration and life in general. And you got to go through a lot of these things to get to certain things, those of you that are familiar with it. I've got elemental damage as well, is a big one. Got some energy shield in there. But this is also one of these nodes that I completely filled out, and that is max life. I did want to increase that. Right now I've got it setting at 1771, and that is not really that much, but so far it's been good with the shield that I have, the energy shield, and also the resistance that I have on some of my gear. So I did put a 15% increased lightning damage gem in there. It's also got the +8 to dexterity and intelligence. From there, I went ahead and went this way with the strength path and just basically blew this node up as well. Elemental damage all the way around. And this one's really good because you freeze and you shock enemies, so you want to make sure that you can maximize that damage as you go along. Okay, so going up this way, you've already seen the elemental damage here. Did spend a few points on cast speed and movement speed. You can see spell damage increased here with this node. And then finally, I've started to work my way up here because I wanted to get to some lightning stuff. So this node is really awesome with lightning. It's got the 16% increase, 30% increased lightning damage with weapons, which is awesome. And you've got these lightning increases as well. Then I went down this way on the tree, got some more elemental damage, a lot more elemental damage, life, also some life siphoning there on a kill, and increased cast speed, which was important as well. A lot more elemental damage, important. Critical strike multiplier there. Cold-hearted calculation. And this was one too that was really important. I wanted to start to build up some of the energy shield and evasion, so I did spend some points there. But this one's important because it has the +8% to all elemental resistances. And I will tell you, when you get in Merciless, you better have some or you're going to die. I started out just getting one-shotted over and over and over again. So that's important. And now where I'm going to go with it, that my plan is to get up here and move into this node, which is the, again, lightning. Shock and lightning. So we'll see how that goes. I've got several levels before I get there, but this is my next plan of node with this class. A little bit about my gems that I'm using. Obviously arc is important. I've got weapon elemental damage support, faster casting support, summon lightning golem, innervate support with that, herald of thunder. With that I've just got the controlled destruction support, added lightning damage, and faster attacks. And these are just random gems over here. A decoy totem, that's a big part of it too. That's one thing you saw me do in the video, is throwing out that decoy, because that's going to pull them off of you. And I found that that's very, very, very important. So I use it for the build. It helps. It basically takes their attention off of you onto the decoy while you can blast them with your arc lightning. And then last but not least is that conductivity I talked about. It's where you're basically doing a quick curse on an area and having that -42% lightning resistance for those enemies, so you can clean them out a lot quicker that way. And I've got added fire damage support and concentrated effect support there. And again, those might not be the best or the most optimal, but it seems to be working for me so far. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to continue to play Path of Exile. I really like it. I've started to get back into it. I played it at launch and was kind of like, got to a point where I really couldn't progress any further, and the death penalties, or the XP penalties on death, really drove me bonkers. So I stopped. And now I'm getting back into it, and I'm learning more about it. I'm learning about vendor recipes, things like that. So it seems to make a little more sense. So with that said, I'll go ahead and end the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, be sure to have fun gaming, make time for faith, family, and friends, and I'll see you in game.